Good evening, Aotearoa. Good evening, my rugby union fans. Good evening, my Blues fans. And good evening, my fellow Kiwis. Today it's a Monday, and I'm just following up from my previous video. I thought I would just provide you with a quick video of practical ideas, as you can say. So it's not going to be anything in depth because there's quite a bit that the Blues don't need to do or to improve on. But knowing the coaching staff as they are, they love to take down notes, and they are always welcoming of new ideas. I thought I'd just provide some sort of an idea as to what I would like to do if I was part of the coaching staff. So yeah. So let's get into it. Without further ado, just bear with me 1 second. Thought I'd just grab my ever trusted medicine ball, and yes, I think I will do this reenactment in my suit jacket on. So I mean, look, just to get right into it, as I highlighted previously in my previous videos, there's not much that needs to be done in terms of passing. Over the weekend, I was watching quite a few players. They have started to pass flat, and not flat in the line or flat so the pass borderlines on forward pass. No, I mean flat passes to their player. So as I showed, there's no point doing spin passes because there's too much buoyancy, there's too much air time, the ball is too airborne. By passing flat, there's more accuracy and the ball gets to the other player very quickly. So yeah, you know, and if you're a lefty, so you'd be passing very flat. And if you're right-handed, you'd be passing very flat rather than doing the spin. You know, so as you can see, it's not the best example with a medicine ball, but knowing the educated and the intelligent people that you are, whoever you may be watching, you'll be able to pick up on the fact that when I twist my arm like that, it's a twist pass, which, yes, it looks like a torpedo pass. It's great, but it's not really a torpedo. There's too much airborne. The ball's too airborne, and it's too buoyant. Whereas if you pass flat, the ball gets, yeah, as I said, it gets to the other player very quickly. The kicks. Look, I don't really have too much of an opinion when it comes to the kicks because Bodine and co, they, believe it or not, have had quite a bit of a good kicking game. Currently, up until now, there hasn't been any frailties with the kicking. So the kicking is very good. They're very much torpedo kicks, or if not, there's a lot of accuracy with the kick. So there's not too much yardage, but what there is that the kicks are made sure. So when they go out for touch or when they go for the line, that the kicks have got enough. The kicks have got a lot of power into them that the kicks are made sure that they go out. So yeah, so they're not going for meters. They're going for surety, as you'd say. The jump catch, so with the lineouts or with the restarts, our boys in the Blues, their catching is very good. So there's nothing that I can pick on when it comes to that. The boys are catching with open arms and they're bringing it into their chest. So that's very good, and they get themselves in a position where they can ruck the ball back very quickly. And also in the lineouts, with the lineouts, Kira and everybody else, their lineout catching is very good. They're getting a lot of height. So I'm watching a lot of players. So to get the ball out of the way, I'm watching a lot of players. They run in and they go down and then they go up. So they're not just. So the players are not just jumping. I'm watching a lot of players. They're getting down and then they get going up, which is good. You know, if I had to say anything about any team, or if I was to recommend anything to anyone, I always recommend that it's good to jump off. It's good to get down and jump off the ball of your foot. So not the heels, the ball of the foot. So getting down and then up. So yeah, so I'm watching the boys, Akira and everyone. They are doing that, and when they get in the air, they are catching the ball very well with open arm. So close in, they're catching very well like that. And so yeah, so I watched a lot of players doing that, which is very, very good. And then and also without getting disturbed, sorry about that, just had one of the cleaners come in and almost disturbed me with that. But I'm seeing that there's a lot of good things going on. I guess the only things that I would say that I could critique on, or that I could make recommendations on, is the passing, and lastly, the box kick. So the scrum half, as I've noticed, when our players get the ball, from the scrum or the ruck, I'm seeing a lot, when they're in a position for a box kick, they are telegraphing the box kick too much. See, I've seen a lot of scrum. I've seen a lot of the times whoever's playing scrum half at the time, they are telegraphing their box kick, so the players on the other side, they can pretty much predict where the ball's coming. What I would say is make the box kick a lot more inconspicuous. So align your body up, and hey, there's nothing in the rule that says if you're doing a box kick, you can't box kick towards that way or towards the other way. The box kicks do not have to always be lateral. They don't have to always be straight up and straight down. Why don't you disguise the box kick? Kick it, but then kick it in a way. I mean, the boys are talented. The scrum halves are talented that getting yourself in a position where you can box kick, so the ball would go off the inside. So if I was to get my foot up, kick it from this side here, so the ball goes that way. So then it gets the other team's wingers in play rather than the fullback. And then at the same time, kicking it from outside. So inside, and then kicking it from the outside. But obviously you run the risk when you're kicking it from the outside, you run the risk of skewing the kick. But that's the thing, if the positional play or getting in the position from the outset is very good, then you have nothing to worry about, because you got the ball. Okay, so even on the left hand side, if you're going to do a box kick, all right, get yourself in a position, so you do a box kick, so it goes, so you can do a banana as the traditional way, as we say, the flip, the switch kick, or the banana kick. Nothing says in the rule that you can't do that. You see time and time again, box kicks always go up lateral. So what I would like to see is the scrum halves getting creative when they are doing the box kicks. Forget about doing the lateral kicks that is straight up and down. Get the other players from the opposition team involved as well, and it's very unexpected, and they would not know what's hit them. Okay, because it's unexpected, and teams cannot prepare for such kicks. Okay, because the opposition teams are always expecting the fullback to be retrieving the box kicks. So if our scrum halves, if they are to bring in their skills into play, getting themselves in positions, so whether they're catching this side or if they're catching this side, duck and weave players, okay, so duck and weave, and then getting it, and then boom, right, or picking it up. So imagine where I'm standing, it's the middle of the park, okay, I've got the ball, I'm the scrum half, got the ball, I'm going to do a box kick. Why should I just kick it straight up? Kick it on an angle towards the other side. So boom, kick it, boom. On this side, so the ball goes that way. Get the other side of the team, get the other side of the field in play. Or who goes to say that I'm not going to do a box kick down the far line, getting the other side of the team involved. See, just these things. I mean, I think, if we are to revolutionize rugby, we will be the first of its kind, and it will be never seen, and it will be a very good hybrid of bringing in sevens, flamboyant ad lib carefree rugby. It's very hard for other teams to prepare for, and you know what's going on. You being the team, only you know what is going on. Anyways, that's my take. That's my opinion. As I said, you can either adopt it or not. That's just my opinion. I'm a rugby lover, and I'm a very close attention to detail fan. So, yep, once again, take care of yourself and each other. Good night.